Just after noon on a Monday last June, two city council staffers had a text exchange. "So nice to meet you today. I'm shocked you're a campaign person," Jared Miller-Sklar wrote to Caitlin Willoughby. "I know I am young, but if I am following in your footsteps, that is definitely a great sign because you have done some great things," Willoughby responded. Then Miller-Sklar gave his junior colleague some advice. Download the messaging app Signal. Download Signal. It's preferable for me for communicating about campaign/work stuff, or, of course, just the tea," he wrote. The California Public Records Act says most communications about government business must be available to the public. So if Miller-Sklar is sending work messages via Signal, those messages are very likely public records. But when KPBS asked to see them, he said he didn't have any.
There should be policies in place preventing them from using Signal to conduct government business.
This raises bright red flags for Shayla Nathu, a lawyer with the open government advocacy group Californians Aware.
It's a means of avoiding disclosure to the public under the CPRA. It's like it kind of flies in the face of transparency and government accountability.
She's also deeply troubled by a Signal setting that permanently deletes messages after 30 seconds.
After they're deleted, there's no record of that communication on either the actual device or on a server. And that renders a search for public records upon request by a person such as yourself, it renders that impossible.
Miller-Sklar declined to do an interview for this story, but answered questions by email. He said people in his office do use Signal, but not for government business and not during work hours. However, in his text to Willoughby, Miller-Sklar specifically mentions work stuff, and he sent those messages just after noon on a Monday. Records show other staffers in Campillo's office also use Signal. They frequently wrote things like, "Just texted you on Signal. Yeah, I'll send it to you on Signal." Or once, "Putting this here to send on Signal because, good Lord, this was wild." San Diego County Supervisor Nathan Fletcher's office also uses Signal constantly for communication about government business, from a staffer asking for the office key code to talking points for Fletcher's State of the County speech. Fletcher's office provided all those Signal messages in a response to a KPBS public records request.
They could have a clear, bright line which says if you're doing public business, do it on the public agency's own system.
David Loy is the legal director of the First Amendment Coalition. He's troubled by the widespread use of Signal by Fletcher's team, even though they are open about it. But he's even more concerned by Campillo's office.
The execution and operation of the Public Records Act does depend to a large degree on agency good faith, and the California Supreme Court presumed that agencies would act in good faith. And if they are not, that undermines and defeats the purpose of the entire system of open government.
A bigger issue is the public wouldn't know about government Signal use without evidence like what KPBS obtained. Emails and text messages that specifically mention the app. Nathu, with Californians Aware, joked it's like Fight Club.
I feel like first rule of using Signal as a public official should be don't mention that you use Signal.
Hi, I'm KPBS reporter Claire Tregeser. Get more videos from KPBS by liking and subscribing to us here on YouTube.